Hey everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fangirl here to review episode 4 of Ousama Game, or King's Game. So, yeah, I feel really bad for our main character now. That really tugged at my heartstrings. That was so sad. So in this episode, he explains more of his backstory again, and I assume that's how this entire series is going to go. It's going to be all explaining pretty much what happened in the past King's Game. But there is an interesting fact he does bring up that the first ever King's Game was on paper, and he thinks he knows how he can stop it. So that's interesting. But that's when he goes into a more backstory of what happened to the previous class. And then we get Nami's story, and I'm like, this poor girl! Oh my gosh, I like Nami so much. As a character, she was great, and it just makes me like the main character even more. What happened to her, and how it happened to her. So yeah, she's now a rule saying, if I touch anyone in the class and they're the king, then the thing will happen. So yeah, she touches everyone in the class, nobody's the king. Of course, that's what I figured. There's this whole thing about, oh, this girl could be the king, but she wasn't, obviously. So yeah, of course, you know, her thing didn't go through, and she gets punished for it. Except she doesn't die. She goes blind. So yeah. And Nobuaki's right there with her when it happens. And, oh my gosh, it's just not okay. And so in return, the next order was that Nobuaki has to lose something important to him. And he thought, like, at first I thought it'd be Chiemi, like the girl that he's dating, but it wasn't. I don't really understand what it was, per se. Like, or has that order not been carried out yet? I'm not exactly sure. But with Nami, though, oh man, she goes blind, and she figures out that Nobuaki has, like, a order, you know, and she's like, you know what, I'm blind, this sucks, I'm going to now die by drowning, I guess. It didn't show her die, it just showed her, like, walking off into the ocean, so I'm like, okay, did you, like, drown yourself? But yeah, she had feelings for Nobuaki in the end. She couldn't tell him directly, but she did tell him with, you know, writing it in the sand, and it's just super sad. And I gotta say, though, what really makes me like the main character, besides feeling really bad for him, is just that his voice actor is so good at delivering his lines. It makes you feel for that character, because you're like, dang, man, he's legitimately sad, and it's just not okay. Mam Yoda Miyano. Perfect performance as always, but, as Nobuaki. But anyway, but yeah, this episode was super sad. I'm just like, man, Nami, you could have lived, but you killed yourself by drowning. That stinks. Also, what makes me really feel for the main character more is that he literally called Chiemi to, like, stop Nami from killing herself, saying, you know, I hugged and kissed Nami, and we had sex too, and I'm breaking up with you, I don't want to see you anymore, and, like, as he's running in tears, and she's, like, confused on the other line. I wonder if he'll clear that up before she dies, because if he doesn't, then that's gonna be a little bit of a problem. But, yeah. But, man, though, just, I feel so bad for Nami and Nobuaki, like, ugh. But this does call into question now that they're headed to wherever the village is that had, like, the first King's Game, what's gonna happen there? And what are they gonna find? Because isn't that village, like, non-existent anymore? Like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, he wants to go there, but it doesn't exist anymore, per se. It's just kind of in shambles. So I'm like, well, what are you going to do there? You're going to go to the old rundown library and try to look for the archives or something? Like, what are you going to do? I don't know. Oh, man. But, yeah, so Nobuaki, that guy he was with that was saving him, and the girl, they're all going there, and, who knows what's gonna happen? But yeah, Nami's story was super sad, and that was just super sad backstory. Didn't like it at all because it was sad. And yeah, this episode was still pretty okay. So, what do you guys think of this episode? What do you think's gonna happen next? And I'll see you guys in whatever I review next. Bye!